going to go through setting out drawers, and it's the best way to start with your first one, really. What Chase have done, they've got an option when you're doing in cupboard drawer set like this, and what they've done is they've created, I can just get these on the bench. They've created with a CNC a nice drawer front to match the carcass. So use the same carcass colour, and I'll fix these onto the front. And all they do is we just pop these pegs out as I show you, and then these just clip into a bracket that's fixed onto the face of the inside of the drawer front, and they just clip in. And these are just soft close drawer boxes like that. Got lots to do, so I'll set myself up. I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, blimey, 14 drawers to do in total, I think. Yeah. So I'll get myself going, get myself set up. I'll show you how I set these up originally, and then I'll crack on with the rest of them, and I'll show you once these drawer fronts are on. So, first thing I want to do, the good thing about this bench now, plenty of room, so I'll set all my drawer fronts together, like that, nice and tight. Just going to measure what my overall height is, and that is 707. I'll measure the total height then, from what is the bottom of the unit to the underside of the shelf, which is top of unit. And then I'll work out then what gap I'm going to be able to have, because I'm going to have a gap at the bottom and top, which is 2 gaps, and another gap in between this drawer, another one there, another one there. So 4 gaps in total. So my total height of this minus that height, which is 707, and then divide that by 4, and that's the gaps that I'll have in between each drawer, and also from the bottom and from the top down. And that'll move us on to our next phase, which is setting the first one out, which is always do the bottom one first. And what I tend to do is I'll work out my gap, and then I'll get my box of packers out, which I've got, and I'll get a packer then to set my first drawer out. That's what I'll do now. Get that set, there we are. So, on the side of your drawers, what you've got these little, in this instance, these are Blum drawers, these are. On the side, you've got this little cover, and then inside here, you've got 3 things. One sort of slot, this is that one there, is to move the drawer box left and right a little bit, only fractionally, if you're out with your measurements. That one there, which you can see in that hole there, is to move the drawer box or the drawer front up and down, which you've got quite a lot with that. You've probably got at least 2 mil with that, so it helps you out if you've offlined your hole slightly. And then in there you can just about see the bottom of a cross there. So if you put your screwdriver in there like that, just a Phillips I've got in this instance in there. Now don't use a impact driver because you'll just damage it. If you turn that clockwise, that little thing drops out. And what that is that's what you're going to fix onto the face of your drawer box to then clip it back in the drawer. And what happens then is when you put your drawer box on, you put that in there and it clips into the front like that. And that's how you do it. So all I'll do now is I shall set my drawer front now. Now 720 is my height because it's set at a standard height of a cupboard, the base unit 720, but obviously without the legs on to get the drawer boxes in. So 4 gaps, 720, give or take, it's a 3 mil packer, which is a 3 mil packer because it's 707, 13 mil, 4 mil packer. So all I do is I put that on there like that, and then I'll get my drawer box. What I want to do is, and again, there might be easier ways, and someone might wish to comment and say, oh, this is how I do it, but this is just how I do it, that's all, because I find it easier to do it this way. So I'll just hold my shelf like that, hold it nice and square on my 3 mil packer, and then all I'll do then is I'll just mark myself a hole like that. So I'll just mark my top one, and I'll just put a T for top there, and then put your metal of your tape in the hole then, and that is 975. So I know now that once I get that in there, I'll find the centre of the drawer, and I'll just measure evenly 975, half of 975 from the centre, and that's then my vertical line to put these on. I'll do that now, and I'll show you on the bench. Right, okay. So, find the centre of this first. which is 1.36 m, so that's 518. And there. Use that from both sides to make sure I'm right. Which I am, 518. And then I said 975, which is 450, 485, 487 and a half. 487 and a half. So, set that on there like that. Using my 100mm mark again. So that's that. And if I measure that, that's 30mm. If I put 30mm this side, as a gauge for now, if I then measure 487 and a half from there, that should be right. Which it is. It actually measures 488, so there we go. I'm happy with that. So, and then I know that when I mark my top, which is that one, is 105, which is a nice measurement. Nice and easy. 105 is the top hole. 105. That's that. All I'll do now is I'll get this, I'll put it against the bottom of the drawer box now, just to make sure, like that, I'll just put it in like that, and make sure that I'm sort of lining all my holes up. I'll do another quick check again and make sure my height's right, which I think I know it is. I can measure it now for my package just to get a rough guide. And then I'll get one of those clips out. I'll use the centre hole drill bit that I've got, which I'll show you. And then I'll pilot hole these and we'll just clip a drawer front on. So I've got one of these clips out now. Use the centre hole bit there, I always use. And then I'll just put that on my mark. Over the first hole, because I know it's the top. And then centre hole, like that. So in this one. This is exactly what it says it does. It centres the hole within that hole, which is ideal for this scenario because you don't slip things. If you do slip, then this won't fit on your drawer box. So I'll get some screws, screw those on there now, centre hole the bottom holes as well, and then clip it on the drawer box. What I would suggest you always do is get the screw that you want to use, put it in the hole, and then put it down the side of your drawer box, just to make sure. Doesn't hurt to check, because I've done it once when I was putting the handles on. I was putting the hinges on, and I've drilled the hole, and I've been going all day, and then I happened to drop a bigger screw in my box, my little tubs that I've got, and it went all the way through the door. I did it once, and weirdly, it was on my own house when I did it. I'd done tens upon tens of kitchens, and did it on my own house. Which, if you're going to do it anywhere, do it on that one. And luckily, Chase very kindly just give me a new door, because I luckily got one spare, so that was nice of them. That's I'd have been forking out for a new door. So, okay, once you've got them, make sure they're nice and square. I have actually used my little combination square to draw myself a line, so I can see and set this then like that to make sure I'm square. I can eye it through anyway, and I'm happy. So just dig that one like that, and then put your screws on. Like that. No need to over tighten them because once they're on, they're not going to come off, so don't really take much work. So we'll clip this on the drawer box. So, take it out of the way. Now these will pull in straight away as soon as you clip them in, so as soon as it finds its own hole, so to get it sort of lined up roughly. Drawer box is too far back, I think. Let's see, you've got that. Oops. User error, I think. Ooh. The drawer box is deep off. Right, what I've done there is, this drawer wasn't in the runners properly. So there you go, error, first of all. Look, it's not a massive one. All I've done is, because that was sat on top of the rail rather than clipped into the rail, I've obviously set it off this one. If I'd have done that one, it would have been fine. But that's why it wasn't going in, because I was too high. That's why it's clipping the bottom. So I'm just going to move my brackets down now, and I'll just do a recheck of my holes. That's what I've done. See, we all make mistakes, and I've been doing it a long time. Right, there we go. Done now. After my bit of a cock up, and then I've got a little bit higher there. Hence it's clicked in there, because sometimes when you measure them, because the brackets aren't sitting like quite square, it can drop it all up and down depending on your measurement. But all I can do now is, I know I can drop this down, so I'll leave that for now. That's a parallel gap all the way across there, so I'll leave that, and then when I've got all 3 drawers in, I can move them and adjust them to suit. So all I do now is, same process. I'll measure off here now to the top bracket, and I know I'm about 1 millimetre. In fact, I'm not actually, that's actually pretty good. Right, I might leave that. So I'm going to measure off there now to the top one again, off there to the top one again, and it should be about the same, if I remember rightly. Yeah, not far off the same measurements as I've just done. A couple of mil bigger maybe, because obviously we're allowing for a space now, because that's 100 mil at the moment. 3 mil packer, 97. So we'll do 97 millimetres now from there to the top of the hole, and then that'll give me my 3 mil gap again, and then the same again on the top one, and we're done. That's it. Seems simple. And then what I'll do is I'll have a quick look. At the minute that's sitting quite square. That's lovely. You can maybe go over that way just a toucher, but that might be the way it's sitting. They do move, but once they're weighted, then it's all good. Only thing I'll do then is these bars here are to stop this flexing when you pull the drawer, and all that is just a clip. Screw it on the drawer, and this clips into it, and you can adjust these internally. If I move that, you can adjust these internally. Then you put a clip in there. That clips into it, and you can adjust that orange thing, and it just does that with the drawer front, so it sits nice against your gable of your drawer box. There we go. I'll crack on and get all these done and show you where I am in a minute. Took long to try and explain it to you guys, and then fix my mistakes. I'm trying to explain whilst doing it at the same time. And then all I'm going to do now is, you can see there's a bit of a gap there. I may have just wanted on my screw a little bit, but it may be the way, it may have already been adjusted in the inside that adjustment that I showed you before I put it in, because I've measured it exactly the same. So all I'll do now is I'll adjust them. Like I said, see the gap at the minute there, like that. So all you do is, I'll just adjust this camera so I can try and show you. That one there, it's a cam. Now, if you put your finger on the top there, like that, you can feel which way it's going then, because if you hold on to it, and you want to move the drawer box down. So, in this instance, it's anti-clockwise. So I've moved that down a touch, a little bit more. So what I'll do now is, I'll fix these bars on now, or the clips, sorry, and I'll show you how to adjust those. Oh, the blade required, I think. This is nice and tight. Got my hands open. Oops, there we are. Right, so that's all that is. It's a little clip, and you fix that to the inside the back of your drawer, and then that goes on there like that. You can see my fingers aren't focusing wrong, and then that clips inside that. So that's the way it goes, like that. I'll put that on, and it's basically the same centre of the screws I've just done on the same combination square, like that. And I'll just get that parallel to this drawer box. I'll measure there and measure there to get this the right height. I'll do a measurement. I think it's 60mm down, if I remember last time I did it. Whereas I've done the video before, I don't do it every day, so I have to check these every time, whereas kitchen fitter just straight on, know exactly what the measurement is. I have to check every time. So I'll check that, I'll fix these on and we'll clip them in. So it was 60mm. So all that done then is it goes in the sun, there's a little wing on the bottom and that goes downwards to allow this to sit over the top then. And then you just push that into it like that. And then all I'll do then is I'll push the cupboard in, make sure this face is sitting against that, and if it isn't, you just turn this, and what this is, it pushes then, because it's stuck on the back of the drawer there, it pushes this face in and out. So if we have a look, just check it by doing that a little bit, so that looks like it's got to come out a touch. So work out which way it's got to go, give it a little turn first just to make sure. So that's better. Oh, it's probably too much actually. That's got it. No, it isn't. Have I just put it even more? That's what I've done, I think. I've turned it the same way. Right, that's got it now. And then you repeat the process. I mean, now I've got the measurement. What I'll do now is I'll take the drawer fronts off because it's a lot easier than faffing. And then I'll put that on. And when I do future drawers from now, because I'm trying to show you as I do it, you see, so you can explain. I can explain better. I can drill this hole 60mm down, pick my same square, and I can put that on the bench when I put the clips on. That's a lot quicker because I've got, and so I want to do this one. And then I'm going to start putting all these drawer fronts on then, all the doors, and get this this set ready for the customer to start moving stuff in. Because they're currently living out of the living room and eating upstairs on the table. So I want to try and very conscious of that. So I'm going to try and move all the doors, get them in all the cupboards so they can at least put their dining table down there and have some sort of normality. Right, so I'll crack on with that then. And I'll show you where I am once I've got all these drawer fronts on. Okay, so these drawer fronts are on. Another 9 this side, which is, to be honest, it's probably took me about 35 minutes or something to do these, because once I got the measurements off this, because they're the same height, 720, well, more than that one, but that's the same measurement that I got for that one, 95, 97, 97, and I've adjusted that a little bit just to drop it down to get it centre, and that's it. So what I'll do now is I'm going to get, because all this is tied now, I can get this finished. So I'm going to get all the doors on here now, get all these done. This is quite a straightforward process because the hinge hole's already there for me. Already here, because I put my screws behind them so you can't see them once it's fitted. So I've just got a big box of hinges in there. I've got to put these on the carcass and put these on the door. These are the inbuilt soft close. One thing to remember with these ones is if you are doing this, that goes on your door. Again, check your screws. Double check and check. Is the arrow on there is what goes towards that. That goes in there like that. And what it does is it clips into that bar there, and then snaps down like that. And to get it apart, on the back of the hinge, in this instance, there's a little lever there, look. Press that. Can't do it one-handed, but you do press that, and that pops out again. I can't do it one-handed. There's not enough force on it, so that's what happens. And then you've got your adjustment in and out, and you've got your forwards and backwards motion on your 2 screws there. So I'll get those on. I'll get all my clips on here first, all the way through, and then I'll follow up by putting doors on. I can clip them straight on then once I'm ready to go. So there we are. All the doors are on now. All the one side and all the grey doors. So that's how that looks now. Inside there, 600 doors, so it looks the same as that one, but it's sort of split. So when these are closed, that's the sort of look that you're going to get. But that's like a bit of a utility area there. There's a hoover, ironing board, iron, all that going there, brushes, internal brushes. That's what that's for. So there we go. Put them on the boiler as well. Pair of doors on there as opposed to a 600, so it looks sort of similar to this one. Got that scribe to do to finish, and then it'll get fixed to this wall, because I don't know if you remember from previous episode, there's 18mm ply screwed onto that block work there. And then I screwed the plasterboard to it. So tomorrow's job then is going to be, or what will be next episode now, is going to be doors, drawer fronts, and then mainly concentrating on cornice and pelmet all around and putting the plinths on. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget the like button and notification bell ready for the next episode, which could be this, or it could be the loft. Could be a bit of patio area to do. We've got a patio to do out there as well with some lovely, what are they, limestone? No, what are they?
They're porcelain.
A porcelain tile, so yeah, so that's going all through here, all round there, 5 metre by 4.5 metre out there, all at the side. Finish this off. So there we go. Okay then, see you next episode.
Don't show them that.
Don't show them what?
Don't show them that.
Don't show them that.
Don't.
What, this?
Yeah, don't show them that.
No, don't show them that. No.
It's
That was a technical adjustment of the wire trapped by the plasterboard.
Yeah, it's
but I'm not going to show them anyway. I'm going to show them that.